is more than beauty. It's more than looks.
Bingo.
It's more than being pretty.
Yep.
And not to say to neglect those things. Yeah,
Yes.
men are a physical
Use what
creature.
you have to get. But the bottom line is what you said.
Right.
Your bottom line, your foundation.
It's not your ass.
It's not your ass. Your foundation is have your shit together.
Yeah.
By the time you get to a certain
And it's
age.
okay you don't have it together right now.
It's okay.
But the ultimate goal and mind frame and mindset and track you need to be on is that I'm going to get it right.
Use what you got as bait, but the goal is let me get my shit together.
Yeah.
Give an example. When I was coming up, and a lot of my female friends dated drug dealers.
I just was about to, you reading my mind right now?
So when they died or went to prison,
they have shit.
They have. So they wasn't saving money. They were just buying the bag. They got the shoes.
Yep.
They got the house that they about to lose.
I come from the strip club world. I come from the strip club world. I've danced from the biggest clubs of King of Diamonds to Magic to Atlanta to everything,
respect.
BMF, everything, right? And so these women that were, I'm not that old, but when they were dancing, Meech was home.
Yes, I know what you mean.
And he was giving out, like you talked about, houses and all that stuff like that. And there's a very few women who still have those houses, who invested that money, but you're making 20 grand at 3 nights a week. And you mean to tell me you still don't have shit? Now, stripper money's fast. I'd have blew through. I'd have made 40 grand in a month. I'd have made 20 grand in a month. I can't even tell you where I pissed it at.
Right.
But the ultimate goal is like, you got it. It's coming. You getting these opportunities. Do the right thing with it. But that comes with growth. And it comes with fucking up. And it comes with maybe sleeping in the car for a few months and say, I don't like how this feels.
Or, remember I said earlier, if you got OG in your ear, whether a woman or a man, a mentor, let's call him a mentor.
Yeah.
If you got that there, that's why we're here. We're here to tell you guys and ladies how it's supposed to be. And if you listen, it will save you years off your grind. Because it's all a grind.
Yeah.
But it will save you years off your grind. And that's what OGs and mentors are for. To make sure you don't have to sleep in your car. To make sure that when you get the bag, respect that motherfucking dollar. And you ain't got to have every pair of shoes.
But the truth is, some people may have to sleep in that car too. They may, like, you know how your parents tell you, don't touch the stove because it's hot. That's what I'm trying to say. Right?
Yep.
You have to sometimes touch that stove.
Sometimes you learn that way.
It leaves a scab and it hurts, and not to do it again.
And that's the hard part, right? That's the hard part. When you gave somebody the game and they don't use it.
That's all the time.
Man.
More often than not.
Yes.
You know?
So in your experience, OG, right? What do you see the difference in between people's longevities and success and lifestyles and things of that sort between having short-term relationships and long-term relationships? Like, do you feel like, one's more successful than the other, or?
Here's my couple examples. I'm going to laugh. First with me, I never wanted to be a player. I was a guy. My intentions were strong when I met a woman, but my mindset was so far in advance, it scared the females. So I always said, let me have somebody else to take pressure off the woman that I really wanted to be with. So that trickled down because I was just ahead. I was dating maybe 8, 9 years younger than me. So it's a big difference in the mindset. So you get older, and Terry Crews, the actor.
You remind me of him.
Terry Crews used to be my best motherfucking friend. He came out from Flint, Michigan.
I would pay to be at that dinner.
Yeah, and I'm talking. We've been friends. Yeah, we was friends for years before he blew up on Fridays. And I used to pay his mortgages to help him with his wife. And out of all the friends I had in this world, I genuinely loved that man. That when our friendship broke up, I felt like I was in a relationship. I felt like I can't believe our friendship is fucked up because I wanted this nigga to be the godfather to my children. My daughter Trinity was being born at that time. And what I saw in his relationship is that he was a true believer of God. And he loved God so much that it was rubbing off on me a little because he knew all my secrets. He was the only person in my life that knew all the crazy shit that the rest of the world don't know. But that was my dude. And whenever he needed something, I made sure he was straight. And so in relationships, what keeps them going to this day, now remember, in relationships, you don't know what's going on behind closed doors. But if you can put on a good act, it could work. So with him, it's religion from what I see. From what I see, it was religion. when you talk about my street homies, my niggas in Chicago, my niggas running through Omaha, Nebraska, when they with they women, and my niggas in Cleveland, they all are paper up and they just love they women. They used to be players, but they love they women to a point. And God is not in this. It's just, I envy them because they truly found someone that they truly love. Because what I always tell people, you have to know who you are. A lot of men get married, a lot of women get married not knowing who they are. So a man is still marrying this woman. Like sometimes when you see these videos and the side bitch come to the wedding, you know, and fucks up the wedding because that man still was tiptoeing, fucking with this other woman. That means you don't know who you are. You really want to fuck with everybody, but you like this girl so much that you just made her happy without saying, no, babe, I ain't marrying you.
That goes both ways, even with women?
Yeah. Say it again?
That goes both ways, even with women?
Yeah, it goes both. Everything goes both ways. So when you know who you are, it makes a big difference in the relationship.
I agree.
You got to know who you are. If you know you ain't shit, nigga, keep that to yourself. If you know you really ain't shit, don't bring nobody else in that world.
Right.
Nigga, you know you ain't shit. Like, why would, but people do it.
Yeah,
they know they ain't shit. And they still
It's selfish.
bring that bullshit into a motherfucker's life.
Bullshit over here.
And it's a domino effect with the women. And once a woman's mind is toxic with the bullshit, she's never saying. So here's what a hypocritical man to do. He'll cheat on the girl. This is before they get married. He'll cheat on her. He get caught. Baby, I never really fuck with it. I love you. I love you.
I just did it because you.
No. Let me finish the story. I love you. I love you. And then marry the person you cheated on for that person to suffer for the rest of their fucking life. That's
Meaning the man that he cheated
pain.
on the woman and still married her knowing that he wasn't fully satisfied with her.
Knowing that for the rest of her life, or vice versa, you're going to be in pain every time that person walk out the door.
So people don't truly forgive.
You think so? So you never. So that means that you never got over the cheating.
No one never could. You
so
pretend.
Nobody can forgive. So no matter what, we're human.
You pretend that you forgive. But you see, a woman would cheat, a nigga cheat, and he want the girl to forgive him. But you let a nigga who love his woman find out that his girl sucked the nigga balls.
That went too far, OG.
No, let me finish.
She could just have sex.
Yeah, no. I'm going because when you're having sex, dick is getting sucked. I'm just sorry. I hate when men say, everything. You having sex, you having a ball. So here's what niggas do. Niggas will find out the girl fuck, and first thing you say, did you suck his fucking dick? They don't care about nothing else. Did you suck it? And then the girl's like, no, I didn't suck it. So a nigga, he'll hound, they'll stay together. But he'll hound her for 20 years. And then one day, watch the story. Now, watch this now, watch this. Now it's 20 years later, 40 years later. And out of nowhere, they think she think he real comfortable. He love me, he ain't going nowhere. And she say, listen, babe, did you suck Akbar dick back in 2008?
Is he gonna bring it up?
And then she gonna be like, you know, baby, yes I did. Bitch, I knew you was a hoe. I fucking knew you was a fucking hoe, bitch. I'm gonna tell the kids. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell the fucking kids you ain't shit. They was in love for 20 years. But she gave in and told that nigga she sucked Akbar's dick.
A wise man just told. Damn.
Women keep your secrets.
Myself, but I'm just so transparent, and I like to live like that way. You know, I'm not saying I haven't done my dirt in my life, right? But that's why you just take that shit to your grave.
And I'm gonna tell you a story. I tell people this.
That was the story 20 years ago. Yeah. That better be the story 25 years from now.
Let me tell you what I did with Bill Cosby. 50. I talk about Bill Cosby. I said, people threw Bill Cosby under the bus. And I said, but Bill Cosby did nothing wrong. I said, Bill Cosby just lived too long. I said, you don't think them white women had a good motherfucking time with Bill back in the 70s, sucking his dick, having cocaine, eating Jell-O pudding? Them bitches had a good time. But here's what the media has done.
Spun it.
The media made us think Bill didn't fuck no black women. You don't think Bill fucked any of your grandparents in the 70s? I said, go home tonight and call your grandmother.
Like black women.
No. Say, go home and call your grandmother and say, Grandma, did you fuck Bill Cosby back in 1973? And your grandmother gonna be like, well, who you been talking to, baby? That's like those black women know how to take their wholeness to their grave.
Absolutely.
See, a black woman, you don't think a black grandmother was looking at the news and said, I can use a check. The white bitches getting a check. I can use a fucking check. But I got these grandbabies. I'm not gonna fucking embarrass them and be on the fucking news. And James will whoop my fucking ass if he found out I sucked Bill Cosby's fucking dick in motherfucking 19. Say, no, sir, I'm not gonna do that to my fucking son. And black women will take their wholeness to the grave. And that's why I was saying in my stand-up too. Maury been putting hoes on checks since the beginning, but nobody never gives Maury his credit. Maury, because you know they get me have a paternity test now when women are born. It's not gonna be that shit before you're gonna find out who the father is right then. They pass it in 2024.
You need to.
What I say is Maury been putting women hoes because the guy really want to be the father. Look like a guy like him, right? The guy who wants to be the father on Maury. Like want to be very sincere, want to fall in love. I want to be the father. And the woman got this serious fucking face, like she don't know who the daddy is. She's standing there looking in the camera. I really don't know who the fuck the father is. And they come back and say, you're not the dad, right? But he starts crying. Now the camera goes back to where the girl was sitting. This bitch took off. You can't find her. But I always tell people, but you never give credit to the cameraman. Do you see how fast the cameraman chased that bitch the fuck down? Like, and with the camera on. And I want to know, where the fuck did they get that cord from?